Hello everyone, this is Fantasy-esque, and welcome back to Season 2 of Royal Clan in ClanGen, the Warrior Cats clan generator game. When we left off in the previous episode, we had, I think, a really nice time, seeing our growing kittens, and we even had a late night patrol. Between two of the cats, they went out, watched the sunrise together, and managed to bond a little bit more. I think rekindle some of the romance that they've had going for a while, but it's been very back and forth. So all of those fun things. And you know what? I think we've been quite cushy throughout like the cold seasons we've had so far. But we might just have hit our first rough patch. So it is the second turn of Leaf Bear. We are now at Moon 82, and we have some concerns. But off into the leader's den, we have all of our alliances that Queen Rainstar is maintaining, which is really good. And then Royal Clan doesn't have enough prey for the next moon, which means we need to hunker down on our hunting. And Garlic Glow had a bad fall while taking a walk through the territory and comes back to camp quite sore. So I don't know if Garlic Glow, she can still go out apparently, but she's gonna have to be careful. It is, slippery and snowy and cold outside, so she must have been climbing the rock somewhere and had a slip, which is not very good because we don't need our potential hunters to be, out of order. So, okay, let's quickly check up on the medicine cat den. Icicle Speck could not find any herbs this moon, and I don't think he could during patrols either, so even the royal physician is having a bit of a rough time. Let's check up on our relationships. Scorch Moss just told Shining Stripe a hilarious joke. Though Scorch Moss has been unhappy with Flare Freckle, Scorch Moss helps her with something. Icicle Speck wants to ask a clanmate to eat with him, but they're busy with Frostfade. Icicle Speck is motivated by his son Riverkit's big smile. Flailstorm feels betrayed by something Flare Freckle said. Flailstorm and Bearpelt are arguing about who should take the blame for something trivial. And the thing to note between Flailstorm and Flare Freckle, I'm pretty sure they're enemies, so yeah, that probably shouldn't be too surprising. Shining Stripe and Freezefur agree on something the rest of the clan finds contentious. Let's see, Riverkit and Shining Stripe asked Shining Stripe to cover his mouth while he coughs, so Shining Stripe coughed on him out of spite. Flare Freckle and Frostfade can always rely on each other. So that's really cute, mother and son bonding happening over there. Flare Freckle and Cinnamon Kit notice a cloud is shaped like a bird. Bearpelt and Foxclaw accidentally startle one another, so these two spending a lot of time together. Bearpelt and Cinnamon Kit have a race, Cinnamon Kit wins. Inkfeather makes all kinds of faces whenever Foxclaw is brought up in a conversation. That's fascinating because that is her oldest son. Inkfeather wishes that a clanmate liked her as much as they like Riverkit. Quillrunner and Scorchmoss trip over the same twig in camp. Quillrunner's feelings are hurt by something Cinnamon Kit said, but Cinnamon Kit's apology is half-hearted. Frostfade was scolded for something that Inkfeather gets praised for. Frostfade tries to look at Riverkit's actions from another perspective and starts to like him more. Freezefur keeps calling Foxclaw by the wrong name. Ghostfeather and Frostfade roll out moss balls together. Freezefur and Quillrunner talk about what they see in the clouds. Quillrunner says something in passing that Garlic Glow keeps getting worked up about. Garlic Glow thinks Foxclaw was nice to her today. Queen Rainstar hears Riverkit laugh at a clanmate's joke even though it was lame. Cinnamon Kit doesn't judge Queen Rainstar for being anxious about a bad dream. Cinnamon Kit and his mother Garlic Glow spend some time together and nearly forget what made them upset with one another in the first place. And Riverkit bickers with Flailstorm over who gets what nest material. Also guys, I don't know if you've noticed, but I feel like Queen Rainstar, she doesn't mingle with the cats a lot in camp. And it seems as though it's only kind of, towards the later half of the day or the events, whatever you want to think of it as, where she actually maybe comes out of the leader's den and deigns to communicate or do something with one or two other cats, but she kind of sticks a lot to herself. So I find that a bit interesting. She's someone who even though she is charming and charismatic, she seems a bit closed off. It's almost as though when she kind of needed to convince everyone that she was the better leader and she should be queen, she was almost, chatting up everyone, but then as soon as she got what she wanted, she backed off really quickly. Okay, well that's all we have for events. Let's wrap up over here and move on to the cat list. Okay, let's continue with the cat list. A quick reminder on our loyalties over here. I feel as though all our cats are so focused on the lack of food that nobody has time for anything, because I have noticed no change across any of the relationships that are big enough for me to note. So yeah, nothing on that front, no gossip for us to get back at, to spill the tea on, because these guys are just focused on food right now. So let's jump over to Inkfeather and see if maybe Queen Rainstar and Shining Stripe can have a little bit of something. And well, aside from, the romantic gossip, apparently Queen Rainstar and Shining Stripe have become friends, which is really, really good. I think that is a nice progression from, a formal arrangement to becoming friends, and then hopefully at some point falling in love with one another. But I suppose they have definitely managed to ease tensions. And you know what? I reckon the patrol they had in the last episode, where Queen Rainstar was really caring for the other cats, kind of helped a lot, and Shining Stripe kind of saw a different side to her that he hasn't seen before. So that was good for them. But let's go ahead. Let's see. Comfort, trust, platonic like, respect has increased, jealousy has decreased, and yeah, for sure, these cats are way too worried about, I think, the danger of the cold season, because Garlic Glow had that really bad fall, and then not having enough food, having to focus on hunts, to think about any sort of romance, which is okay. That does happen from time to time. But okay, let's see what everyone is getting up to. Queen Rainstar feels confident that the clan admires her. Look at that. Look at that. This cat's confidence is off the roof. Garlic Glow wants to train. Icicle Speck thinks Queen Rainstar could be leading the clan better. Okay. It's kind of funny because Icicle Speck had similar opinions about his own mate when she was queen herself. But you know what? I think in relation to Rainstar, maybe Icicle Speck feels as though Rainstar could interact with the cats more and mingle in camp a lot more than just sticking in the leader's den and, basically only speaking with members of the queen's court and then her own mate. I think he wishes that Rainstar would get to know some of the other cats a little bit more, mingle with them. Inkfeather is wondering if there are clans other than the ones around her area. Maybe she is wondering about that oh so long ago Luminous clan and the last leader they had, which I think was Lupine Star, and whether or not Lupine Star has passed on or if she's still lingering by herself in those caves. Shining Stripe wants to compliment Freeze First fighting techniques. Flare Freckle is giving some advice to Garlic Glow. And even though she literally told Garlic Glow to stop following her around, I guess her irritation has, waned a bit. But yeah, she has no feelings left for Garlic Glow, but Garlic Glow still has a smidge of maybe attraction or admiration for her. Bepelt is on a walk out in the territory. Cool Runner is humming a tune he heard near a two-leg place. Frostfade is looking forward to the next gathering. Foxclaw is drinking water from a nearby stream. Ghostfeather wishes he had wings so he could catch birds easier. Freezefur is staring off into space. Scorchmoss can't stand this cold. Flailstorm bats a moss ball around the Elder's Den. Cinnamon Kid is talking to himself. And River Kid doesn't want to grow up yet. Don't worry, you have another moon or so of still being a little one before you start growing up. And maybe he's worried about leaving the protection of his parents and he doesn't really want to step out of their shadow because, he finds safety in it. He's not like his brother, who's very out there. But okay, that is all we have for the cat list, so let's wrap up over here and move on to patrols. Okay, we are continuing with patrols. We currently have 32 prey and we need 37 which is not that bad actually, because it seems as though even if we manage to hold back like very little food, it'll be okay to kind of tip us over. But if we get something big, like a bigger haul, that's gonna help us in the coming moons, make us less stressed about, going out and hunting. But we'll send off our Royal Physician Icicle Spec first off. As the snows of Leaf Bear blow around camp, Icicle Spec eyes his herb stores. He should still be able to dig up burdock. Icicle Spec heads out to replenish the clan's stocks. Proceed. Icicle Spec's paw pads are nearly frozen, trying to dig up burdock in the cold, but he manages it, and it's all worth the effort and misery to know how crucial these fresh herbs could be for the clan. So burdock was gathered, and then, in the moment of excitement, we will have a patrol of 6 and a patrol of 4. So first up, we have Bear Pelt, Quill Runner, Garlic Glow, Frostfade, Shining Stripe, and Freeze Fur. So let's send them out on a hunting patrol and see what they manage to grab. The patrol comes across a large rat. It's too busy digging around in a frozen pile of foul two-leg crow food to notice the approaching patrol. Proceed. Frostfade drops into the perfect hunter's crouch and slowly creeps closer. He suddenly hisses loudly, scaring the rat away and startling his clanmates. Frostfade explains crossly that the rat was carrying a foul, sickly sweet scent on its breath. It would have poisoned any cat that bit it. Oh, that's kind of rough. So the bigger patrol did not manage to get anything, but they were kind of saved from any sort of poisoning by Frostfade. Then we are relying now on our smaller patrol, with Ghost Feather, his brother Foxclaw, Flare Freckle, and Queen Rainstar, so let's see if they manage to get something. It starts snowing soon after the patrol sets out, trying to bring back something, anything, for the fresh kill pile. Proceed. Despite the snow, the patrol manages to hunt successfully, finding mice underneath the leaf litter. Only a couple, but in this season, that's more than enough to count as a success. As Queen Rainstar leads the way home, a sense of security and competence drives them onwards. So a small amount of prey is brought to camp, and if we're lucky, yes. Okay, so we have 48 prey, which means nobody is going to be starving. Everyone is going to bed with a full belly, but I think we're going to have to focus again on hunting in the next episode. But okay guys, with that said and done, I am going to leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.